Well, hello guys, hello. Welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. So this is a speed read asking several questions on, why is Megan the way that she is. So I'll read out the questions and we'll do a few cards, okay? Okay, why does MM have such a hate for men? Why does Megan have a hate for men? Right, so I kind of feel there's two things here. So you've got the Emperor reversed. So, first off, right, she'll never allow any man to bully her. She'll never allow it. She doesn't like being told what to do. She likes to be in control. She's a control freak. She uses things. She can be quite persuasive. I mean, I think Trevor was downtrodden on, quite a few times and bullied, She Megan wants something that she can't actually have. She's never been able to do it the right way. Now, I also get as well, her dad has done the wrong thing. So by all accounts, I believe he spoilt her, buffed up her ego, overcompensated her for, being mixed race, and kind of made her feel special, And I think that's, he's done it with the best intention, but it's had the worst effect, and that's what happens when you bring up your children, to be spoiled, not hard-working, not know the value of 50p, then you are going to get a little sod who just thinks, the world revolves around you. So I feel like it started with the way that her dad treated her, making her feel special. Making her feel like she was better than her schoolmates, and stuff like that. So he really did the job on her. And so that's how she was raised. And then she turned into a bully. I'm not sure how early she peaked at going from victim, being bullied, to becoming a bully herself. I would say I'm getting around the age of... She was late, okay? Normally we find our grounds around 11, 12 maybe, when we was just coming out of primary school into the first part of your secondary school. So I kind of do feel like, between, I don't know, maybe 14 and 16 is where she was able to start demanding, and controlling things, you want to be in my gang, that kind of thing. Megan also, if she couldn't get into the top brigade of society with school people, then she would have formed her own, they'd have their clique and she'd have her clique, and where she could control that clique. Does she realise at this point, what's happening to her and what she's going to become? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. She's no idea. She just thinks that, she's important. Her mates want to be with her, like her so much. She'd brab them, do nice things, and then, pull her hair, maybe, It's one of them. So, not too different from normal school years. So anybody who says no to her as well, people with personality disorders, including myself, do not like the word no. It really, really throws us. It throws us, okay? It's sort of like, it's a block. It's a block. And so I admit myself, before doing some work on myself years ago, I used to say, that one a question, you don't get the chance to say no. When I'm asking you, you say yes, you're going to do it. And that's how I felt, that's how I felt. You don't have a choice. I've asked you and you're going to do it. I wouldn't have asked you otherwise, So it's kind of that thing as well. So I think that also goes on, you know, what happened to her when she was young to be like this. I'm sorry, guys, you don't need a sob story to become like this, you know, and the way Megan is. It's just like, in a way, the way she was brought up. And she was brought up. She had plenty of opportunities that other children didn't have. You know, she had a lot more. So she was always one step up, okay, because her dad had money. I know he won the lottery, but he was a lighting director as well, which probably, you know, made her feel like she wanted, that's where the acting buzz came in. Will Eminem, oh, it sounds like a packet of peanuts. Will end up in jail for ugly behind-the-scenes shenanigans? Will Megan end up in jail? No, but she'll definitely be exposed as a liar. Okay, so it's not so much jail, but she could be involved in being called as a witness to somebody else who's going to jail, or in jail maybe. I've got blockage lies, so she has been telling lies. But as she broke the law, well, I wouldn't say so. You know, you sail close to the wind. Even financially, they are protected with the charity. So will she go to prison? No. But will she have lots of articles, you know, written about her, exposing her as a fraud, as this, as that, as the other? Certainly will. Certainly will. I also think as well, like, you remember where she got done for Mr. Knopf, excuse me, Mr. Knopf, for saying that she didn't, you know, she had to admit in court, didn't she, that, you know, she was Pinocchio. So I kind of see that situation, but I don't see it warrants enough for her to go to jail. And I know there's lots of stories and everything about her, but, you know, I mean, they can't all be true, can they? They can't all be true. And I think a lot of morbid fascination with these two, you know, feed this. So as far as I'm concerned, don't shoot me. She's not going to jail, but she's going to be exposed as a liar, you know, and other things. You could have fraud there. Exaggerating the truth, so that's massaging your figures for charities as well, so kind of money, but they'd be hit by fines and exposed in the media. Nothing jailable, I'm afraid. Okay, so as far as I can see, she sails close to the wind, but she's not overly, you know, she doesn't go over. So no, I don't feel so. I just don't feel so. Will Harry be legally put back in his place for his arrogance and dirty dealings? Let's have a look then. So, will Harry be legally put back in his place? So, maybe I assume, like, you know, having a cease and desist, or, you know, somebody like William kicking up about Charlotte and this, that and the other. I can't see the royal family taking so much legal with him in that kind of sense, because it just draws more fuel to the fire, more, you know, media coverage for them, and they just don't want to give them the air that they breathe, you know. So it's like, but we'll see. So will Harry be legally put in his place for his arrogance and dealings? You see, justice is a funny old thing, okay? A funny old thing. It's never as you, you know, see fit, okay? Justice is justice for the universe. It's not how you see it. It's not how I see it. This is not what I would, you know, it's not done to please us. And, you know, everybody's idea of justice will, or just desserts even, will be different to everybody else, you know. So they do say justice is not always delivered as the way that you would see it. Okay, so that's a bitter pill to swallow. Will he be put back in his place? So I could say, excuse me, No. Not in the way that you think, okay? We all know he is a coward and doing all these acts, you know. So like writing these books, going on Netflix, you know, doing these stupid interviews where he's, but you know, he is a coward. I think people will call him out for being a coward. But as well, you know, could he be put in his place by the media? Well, they'd love to. They'd love to, but unfortunately, they're not allowed. They're not allowed. They lack any ability. They lack the ability. So therefore, they can't come forward. And people aren't coming forward. Enough people need to come forward, you know. But, you know what it's like. You come forward and speak out against Harry and Meghan. And you got like, you know, Jeremy Clarkson, your farm shut down. Piers, you know, your job lost. What's her name? Oh, I always forget her. She's lovely. She's mad. She was on that musical program. Sharon Osbourne. Look, Sharon Osbourne. So will he be put legally in his place? No, not yet. When will the big slapdown happen to these duo? So I'm just reading it as we see. You know, they're getting dropped. The messages haven't arrived yet. That's to us. So, you know, things are on the way, but not arrived. I see that, you know, financially, Harry will be... He gets dropped. So maybe he's not getting the invitation, you know, and that's why we don't know. Harry's finances, there'll be problems with that to come as well. Obviously, without the royal family, he can't monetize everything. Give us your other 400. Give us your other 400 pages. You schmuck. I swear to God, when you know, they said 4 books. Was it one hers, one his, and one his? I reckon they want paying sooner, and they've done all the books. They've done all their books. People will just get sick of, you know, how their overblown sense of entitlement, I'll say. You know, that it's just, it's out there, isn't it? Anyway, you're going to look a right fool, Harry. You're going to look a right fool. And, you know, all your shit and your buck and your spare, I mean, oh my God. Just, he gave us everything. Well, if you've got much more to give, why on earth didn't you put it in the first one? So, I think before winter's out, darling, I think, you know, to the person who wrote me this, I think before the winter's out, you know, I kind of get a March feeling with this card, a March feeling. There's just no way they can get away with how they have been doing. And the threats as well, the security, you know, they just going about it all the wrong way. You can't tell Meghan, and you can't put her in a place, and you can't tell Harry, because they don't like your advice and you're out, you know. They get offended by the slightest thing. So really, you know, they need to fall, and fall hard, and fall fast, and just fall. And them points in the US are falling, aren't they? You know, people are having enough. People can finally see through them, okay? And what makes you guys special is that, I know you've been around for about 6 years, some of you, 4 years, 2 years, definitely. And, you know, you all saw this. You all saw this and what was happening then, okay? So that makes you quite special as well, you know, because you saw what was coming in, and you've stood by your convictions, you know. And although I say they do, you know, commit lots of things, there are certain things that they have not done. So they can't do everything, so just bear that in mind. Okay, guys, that was a speed read for my young lady friend. Thank you very much, and I'll be back soon with another reading. Bye now. Bye-bye.